emanating from deep under the earth, spreading across the globe at the speed of thought, changing the world one brain at a time. This is Last Call, the final order report from Green Brain Comics.
Howdy Brainiacs, it's time for Last Call, your one-stop preview for next month's best comics, and your last chance to pre-order before the print runs are locked and loaded. I am Dan Merritt, Chief Purchasing Officer here at Green Brain Comics, and I'm here to give you the lowdown on what's hitting our shelves starting Wednesday, July 29th. And a heads up to pre-order these items by this Sunday, July 5th. Final Order Report and Green Brain Comics are proudly powered by Comichub. Check out Comichub online at comichub.com or grab the mobile app for Android and iPhone. Create an account or log into your existing one to order. Pay securely and make sure you never miss an issue. Today I'll be using Comichub to spotlight items from this week's Last Call for Confirmed Orders menu. Let's take you right over into that environment. Once you get signed in, you see the orange banner. That's anything that we may have in store for you that you have ordered or subscribed to, waiting for you to pay for and pick up or have us ship out. Behind the green banner is all the items that we will be looking at today. Let's click through there. Once you do, you can search all items. That's all items in the most recent catalogs that have not shipped yet. Below that are preview pages for some of those books. Search arriving soon is the menu for all of the items that are on this Wednesday's upcoming new comics list. You can reserve from that list with your account. Below that is the Last Call menu. That's the one we'll be using today. But first, let me scroll down a little bit more and show you that you can search events. It's big crossover events that are happening in the bigger universes. You can look directly at manga and at collected editions. Let's scroll back up and go to Last Call. Once you click through there, you see you can check out thumbnails for all of the covers. You can scroll top to bottom there. Everything's in alphabetical order. You can also go directly to titles with that specific alphabet, and or you could drop down for publisher, comics, and other. I particularly have this filtered for comics right now because that's the focus of our program. All right, let's get right back into our focus, which is Last Call for Small Press Comics. And the first thing in Small Press Comics this week is some books for younger readers. Let's check that out. We've got a new one-shot from Archie Comics. This is it, the hottest comic of the summer, fresh out of the oven. The incomparable writer Tom King teams up with legendary artist Dan Parent to present one of the wildest events to ever take place in the Archie universe. Picture it, Riverdale, some year AD. What was supposed to start out as a showcase of Jughead's pie-eating skills morphed into the wildest food fight America, no, the world has ever seen. Betty versus Veronica, kind of. Reggie being, well, Reggie. Hot dog lounging. Friends turning to enemies. Hearts broken. Crumbs everywhere. What's to become of Riverdale? Find out in this special one-shot Jughead Pie-mageddon, written by Tom King with art by Dan Parent and a host of other Archie regulars. Yes, celebrating 85 this year. It's Archie Comics Jughead Pie-mageddon. Available on July 29th. There it is. We've got a B cover from Jen Bartel, Elsa Chartier, Marguerite Sauvage, Greg Smallwood, Pie-Mageddon. It's Jughead Pie-Mageddon, July 29th. Also for younger readers and curious readers, Pooh Bear Adventures, Christopher Robin and his new friend Thistle. Now a monthly series of specials due to popular demand. A shy young hedgehog named Thistle secretly follows Christopher Robin into the 100-acre woods, hoping to join the friendship and adventure she has only watched from afar. When Pooh, Piglet, Tigger, and the others warmly welcome her, Thistle discovers the courage to share her gifts, be herself, and find where she truly belongs. Christopher Robin and his new friend Thistle is a heartwarming story of friendship, bravery, and acceptance. From Keen Spot publication, written by Matt Cole, with interior art by Tessa Rose, who did this A cover. Available on August 26th. You can special order this B cover also from Tessa Rose. Lucas Arusha on C. And it's all for Pooh Bear Adventures, Christopher Robin and his new friend Thistle. This is a one-shot from Keen Spot. From Bad Idea, we get a new Hank Howard Pizza Detective one-shot. This is called The Fair Play. When it comes to taking down Hollywood's worst criminals, Detective Hank Howard works alone. When two crazed criminals decide to go full Grand Theft Auto and hijack the model for Big Caligula's shining new fleet of food trucks, all bets are off. For the first time, Hank must team up with Big Caligula's Southeast Regional Manager, Barb Knox, to recover the stolen whip. From Rob Venditti, David Lapham cover on the A. Miko Soyan on a noir black and white cover. Jake Baker on the C. Hank Howard, Pizza Detective, The Fair Play, one shot, August 5th. Also from Bad Idea, it's the Realligator. Witness the hunter become the hunted in the hair-raising chapter of a groundbreaking all-new horror universe from the twisted minds of rising superstar artist and creative visionary Mannix Abrera, along with Rob Venditti and acclaimed indie horror director Broxton McKinney, with an arsenal of top-of-the-line weaponry at his fingertips and a crack team of expert guides at his beck and call. No beast is a match for the man they call the Hunter. That is, until he finds himself face-to-face with an ancient creature deep in the heart of African savanna, one thought to be of myth and legend. The Hunter will soon find out that no one can withstand the unwanted, the unforgiving, the horrible jaws of the undead, and no man can escape the Realligator. From Rob Venditti, Mannix Abrera on the A. We got those old Masters variants with a Peter Paul Rubin, Odillion Redon, which is pretty unique. I don't remember seeing that before. And Sir Edward Colburn Jones. It's Realligators cover E from Henry Justice Ford. And interiors by Mannix Abrera, August 5th. Second issue of Jade Warriors from Keen Spot, along with a new one-shot Rasp versus Bash from the creator of Pooh Bear Adventures. And from the Glopple universe, it's Rasp and Bash from writer Matt Cole and interior artist Jose Chirinos. We got an A cover from Jose Chirinos and a B cover from Tom Rapka and Danny Givens. Rasp and Bash #1. It's a one-shot, August 5th. Also from Keen Spot, another one-shot. It's Walk Total Destruction. It's a shocking 40-page one-shot from the visionary artist of Don't Run with Scissors and Strengthen Ash. Walk Total Destruction is a dystopian vision of reality television. At the center of this crash TV hell is Garrett, a masked monstrosity with revenge on his mind. Stefano Cartelli does everything on this book. Check it out. August 26th. Moving over to Mad Cave Studios, we got a new issue of Gotcha Man, number 20. Is Ted Okay? The final issue, number 6, from Dave Chisholm, who did everything on this book. Land of Never continues with number 2. And Pretty Hate Machine with its penultimate issue, number 4 of 5, July 29th. Yeah. Speed Racer Tales from the Road, number 4. Let's see, Oni Press has a second issue of Adventure Time quadruple feature, Brenda Hickey cover. Dead Teenagers, number 5, Naomi Frank. Murder Drones, number 6, Alessio Zano. And the big release from Oni Press this week, from the Nacelle verse, it is Biker Mice from Mars, Scorch. She rides hard and hits even harder. Bear to witness a major comics milestone decades in the making as Scorch, the brand new character to enter the Biker Mice from Mars pantheon, steps out of her upcoming appearance in the Biker Mice animated series and toy line and into the history in the pages of her very own adventure, masterminded by red hot writer Matt Hotson and turbocharged artist V. Ken Marion. Enter Scorch. Got an A cover from Tango, available on August 12th. With a B cover, you can special order from Eleonora Carlini, Jyothi Kumar. It's Biker Mice from Mars, Scorch, number 1, August 12th. Hey, we also get a number 1 from Escapades of Paunchy Panda from DB Super and published by Prana Publishing. Pesto Comics returns with its penultimate issue from Parts Unknown, number 4 of 5. And the 4th issue of Defiant, the story of Robert Smalls, drops on July 9th. And we get a return mini-series from Money Shot. It's the F-Offs. Money Shot, the F-Offs. It had to happen. In the grand tradition of Secret Wars, Crisis of Absolute Proportions, and the Battle of the Network Stars, comes a massive comics crossover. A strange force has returned after millennia to gather the finest champions from across the galaxy to compete in grand games. But there's no fighting here. No, this is the F-Offs. Some will win, some will lose, and everyone will come. From the geniuses of debauchery, Tim Seeley, Patton Oswalt, and Garth Graham comes the horniest arc of Money Shot yet. This has got a bunch of other covers, but they're all in, not blind bags, but, I mean, they're sealed. And they're not showing what they are, so they're porny. Guess what? The A cover is from Garth Graham's, available on August 5th from Vault Comics. All right. Moving over to Titan, we got a brand new story arc in Conan the Barbarian, number 3. Cursed Shores Beyond begins here. Bring that over here. Conan and Valeria are pirates of the Red Brotherhood, living in a life of lawless adventure in the Western Sea, but occult forces from the Sumerians' past have him in their sights once more, and they will not rest until the barbarian's body and soul are torn asunder. Holy smokes. From Titan Publishing writer Jim Zub with interior art by Fernando Dagnino, we got an A cover from Roberto De La Torre. Taking special orders for variant covers on the B cover from interior artist Fernando Dagnino. C cover from Max von Pfaffner. Don Aguillo on the D. And a Rebecca Puebla variant on the E. It's Conan the Barbarian number 3, July 29th. And that does it for the small press. Let's move on up to the mid-sized press with Power Rangers Unlimited number 1. This gets a second printing with the original cover by Alessio Zano. We got plenty of these. Probably not going to order any of the second print. If you want them, I'll take your special order though. And we get a second issue of Power Rangers Unlimited as well. This first issue was a lot of fun from Joey Esposito and Federico Ceresa, who did the A cover. Minor Threats, The Last Devil Left Alive, number 5. I'm guessing this is the final issue of that miniseries. From Dark Horse Comics, Patton Oswalt, Scott Hepburn. Shaolin Cowboy, Stan AI Live, number 2. Beast of Borakan. That also just debuted this last week. And a new series in the world of Hellboy. It's The Foundry. Meet the Queen's own special secret agency that investigates the paranormal and the mysterious. Characters from the Witchfinder and the British Paranormal Society join together in this adventure series where they travel the world over, seeking out supernatural powered technologies and the stories of the civilizations that harness them. From Hellboy universe creators Mike Mignola, Chris Robertson, and artist Christopher Mitten, drops on August 12th with this Christopher Mitten cover. Okay, from Ignition Press, we get a bunch of new releases. We got Innards number 3 from Rob Guillory, Sam Lotfi. Just Brutal number 5. This is a pretty brutal cover. Showdown, Steve Lieber cover, very nice. The Dog Sitter, Romance is Back. And Tyler Rake, an Extraction story, number 4. I think there might be another issue left after this. I'm not sure. But we do have a debut of a new series from Ignition Press, Cullen Bunn, Fico Ocio, Cult de Sac. The Hanson family just moved into a new home and they're ready to make it their own, or so they thought. Because in this neighborhood, you don't want to find yourself in the HOA's bad side. Unexplainably and terrifying things happen to those who break the rules, and the Hanson family is about to find out what happens when evil hits close to home in Cul-de-sac. Master of Horror Cullen Bunn and artist Fico Ocio return to present a chilling new vision of modern terror, the Homeowners Association. We got an A cover by Ulysses Ariola, and a B cover from Abrahelurchi, Cul-de-sac number 1, August 12th. Dark Horse Comics. IDW's got some interesting things on tap for us on FOC this week. We got Seven Wives #3. We got the next new issue of Twilight Zone. This series of one-shots. It features a rotating cast of creators, and this issue features not only Michiganders Rosemary and Charles Soule, but they're also joined by Dearborn local and Green Brain alumni artist Sean Peacock for Twilight Zone #10. Sean did this A cover. We got a B cover from Junie Ba. And this drops on August 12th. Check it out. We'll talk the shelves. And hey, another series that Sean just worked on. Godzilla's Monsterpiece Theater. This one shot presents Roar of the World. The explosive literary mashup series continues. Godzilla is taking on the classics one story at a time. In this oversized one-shot, comic book legend Kyle Baker joins the fun to help Godzilla defend the planet against invaders from Mars. We also get a backup, the part 3 of Tom Scioli's Robin Hood and the Monster of Nottingham. Kyle Baker on Comic Interiors on this one-shot, Roar of the Worlds. We got an A cover from Tom Scioli, a B cover from Kyle Baker, a C cover from Flops. Let's get back there. It's Godzilla's Monsterpiece Theater, Roar of the Worlds, August 12th. That does it for Image Comics this week. Let's move on over to... That did it for us, the mid-size press. We'll move on over to Image now. That's what we'll do. All right, first thing up on Image is the Eye Collector #2. I just heard this #1 just sold out at the distributor. I still got a couple copies left, I think. Eye Collector #2 drops on July 29th, as does probably all the other things from Image Comics this week, including the miniseries finale to In Your Skin. Cool cover. Monstrous #63, also a cool cover. Red Roots, Lorenzo Di Felici. Savage Dragon 281 in this completely inappropriate cover. And we celebrate not only the 25th anniversary issue of Feral, but it's also the end of the story arc where the feral cats meet the stray dogs. That's right. The team up you never thought would happen is here. Both cats and dogs have been imprisoned by the CDC. But now everything is on fire and the bad kind are loose. To make matters worse, a serial killer stalks the halls, and not every animal will make it out alive. Who lives? Who dies? Find out in this historic extra-length issue. Drops on July 29th from the regular creative team of Tony Fleeks, Trish Forstner, and Tone Rodriguez, with a wraparound A cover from Fleeks and Forstner. That's a good one. Got your movie tribute cover. I know words. We got this cover by Chris Burnham and Rico Renzi. Very graphic. Very explodey. We got a Patrick Horvath Beneath the Trees homage variant. Pretty cool. And we also get a foil wraparound variant for this A cover. The foil variant comes in at $7.99. This is Feral #25, available on July 29th. There it is. All right, we also got a new story arc coming up on Geiger with number 24. The road to Geiger's shocking anniversary issue starts here when the glowing man comes face to face with an army of junkyard Joes. He realizes the terrifying truth. These soldiers weren't built for war. They were built to destroy nations, and even the man of mass destruction might not be able to stop them. All this plus red coat. It's Geiger, number 24, brand new story arc, drops on July 29th from Jeff Johns, Gary Frank. Got a B cover from Francis Portella, Dean Haspiel. That's cool. That looks real good. Gary Frank, 250th anniversary issue. Geiger, number 24. Also got a new story arc in Ghost Pepper with number 13. Got an A cover from Ludo Lullaby. A B cover from Cedric Poulat. I think there's another cover out there that's a spoiler variant that they did not put the art up for. July 29th. And I think this is our last entry in Image this week. This is a new series from Dan Panosian, who joins artist David Faraci in the dying days of the American frontier. A young woman journeys into the unknown to claim a legacy she never asked for and may not survive. June Buckley's father was a monster in life. In death, he may be something worse. Summoned alongside a group of treacherous heirs, June is forced to traverse the same brutal path that built her father's empire. But the trail reveals more than hardship. It exposes the rot in every soul traveling beside her. From Dan Panosian, David Faraci, with an A cover from Dan Panosian, Jacob Phillips on the B. Mark Chiarello, who's been getting some cover work. That's awesome, man. That's very nice. Travis Charest, for real. It's the dirt beneath the devil. Number 1. For some reason, this came up on Image, but it's Mad Cave Studios. All right. Congratulations to Mad Cave Studios. You got put in Image. And that does it for Image/Mad Cave Studios this week. And now let's move on over to DC Comics for Last Call. I will say that we haven't seen these items posted up on the Last Call menu yet. Hopefully they will be up really soon, but I will show you using other means. And we'll show you right here. We got this week, they are soliciting books to drop on, let's see, July 29th, which is a 5th Wednesday. So it's all one-shots and annuals. And that first annual is Superman Year 1000. Whatever happened to the Omega Champion? At the end of DCKO, Superman became King Omega with the powers of a god. But after pushing Darkseid back to the absolute world, Superman rejected the heart of Apocalypse and went missing. Now the story of where he went can be told. The future was infected by Darkseid and his Legion, leaving a trail of death and disaster in their wake, including the Legion of Superheroes. Now Superman is using Time Trapper's powers to heal the future and correct the damage that has been done, but Superman's godlike powers are fading fast, and he may become lost at the end of time. Written by Joshua Williamson with art by Eddie Barrows and Yasmin Putri. We got an A cover from Eddie Barrows. Got a Mark Spears variant. got an open to order Ariel Olivetti variant right there. And a Mario Fucillo cover. And finally, we got a variant cardstock cover for Superman Year 1000 2026 annual by Alex Ekman Lawn. That drops on July 29th. We also get a special one-shot for Justice League entitled Night Vision. The Justice League has offered a number of villains amnesty, allowing them to prove they're on the side of the angels. But what they didn't see coming was the void that would leave in the world of supervillains. I got it. Batman and Lex Luthor must work together to investigate a Justice League villain who wants to fill the DC Universe's champions. Wants to fill that void. Yeah, anyways, a bunch of words. Hey, look, it's a new one-shot from Mark Waid, Joshua Williamson, and Miguel Mendonca. It's Justice League Night Vision Special Blip Blop. Batman and Lex Luthor unite to save reality. It's got a couple other variant covers that won't let me show you. Might be able to see it here. Well, you could see they got a Juan Ferreira cover, they got a Mark Spears cover, and they got a Javi Fernandez cover off screen there. All right, then next up, we got a Detective Comics annual. This one's written by Tom Taylor and Dave Velgosh with interior art by Nicola Scott and Fran Mariscal. Batman has been falsely accused of a political assassination on a distant planet, and someone has been sent to track down the Dark Knight and and bring him to justice. Someone with a special talent for hunting. That's right, it's Lobo. Special guest starring in Detective Comics. We got an A cover from Nicola Scott, Guillaume Marsh, and who did that? That's Javi Fernandez. All right, then let's see. Lastly, from DC Comics this week, we get a Batman Superman World's Finest annual. The world's finest attempt to have a relaxing night out with Jonathan Kent and Alfred. But after an emergency leads Batman and Superman into a trap, it's up to the father figures to jump into the fray. Also, with Lois Lane's current investigation putting her in Intergang's crosshairs, Batman steps in to provide Lois backup, and as Bruce Wayne and accompanying Lois on a date. Written by Mark Waid, Mark Russell, and Tyrone Finch, with art by Clayton Henry and Patrick Boutine. It's World's Finest Batman and Superman Annual 2026, covered by Dan Mora. Got that cover by Raza, and a Clayton Henry cover. And that does it for DC Comics on FOC this week. Does. And next up will be our focus on Marvel Comics. First up in Marvel Comics is Captain America number 14. This crosses over with Armageddon. Armageddon assembles now. Chip Zdarsky, Ton Lima. Civil War Unmasked number 4. Jeff Shaw cover. Wade Wilson, Deadpool number 7. Revenge of the Bad Pools. Iron Man number 8. Ryan Stegman cover. I'll do this. Mark Spector, Moon Knight, number 7. Queen in Black, number 2. Ooh, look, we get an Inhyuk Lee cover on Queen in Black #2 also. That's special and terrifying. Available on August 19th is the Silver Surfer Facsimile Edition #6. Amazing Spider-Man #34. This is essentially number 999 for the Legacy Edition, I believe. Uncanny X-Men #33, Luciano Vecchio cover. And then we get this cool one-shot Fantastic Four 65 years of the world's greatest comic covers. Celebrating 65 years of the world's greatest comic magazine, Mr. Fantastic, the Invisible Woman, Human Torch, and The Thing star alongside their closest allies and most frightful foes, as every single main Fantastic Four cover is brought together in a stunning gallery across the pages of a single comic book. That's more than 700 covers illustrated by the industry's finest talent. And in honor of the momentous occasion, creators associated with the FF past and present provide commentary on their favorite covers. We got that A cover, which has got some classic examples of favorite FF covers. Got this cool wraparound by John Byrne. Classic John Romita Sr. pinup. Love that. It's Fantastic Four 65 years of the world's greatest comics, available on August 5th with any of those special order covers. Also available same day is this Marvel Tokon First Strike. You're invited to experience the Marvel Universe like never before as Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls. Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls makes its debut on gaming systems near you. Don't miss out on this exciting anthology showcasing brand new high-octane adventures from the Marvel Tokon universe that you won't get anywhere else, from show-stopping brawls to deep, abiding mysteries. This one-shot acts as a companion piece to the upcoming 4v4 tag team fighting game. That sounds cool. Written by Steve Orlando with interior art by Bruno Bull and an A cover from Juan Frigeri. A Marvel Games cover on the A, on the B, I should say. Ryan Stegman. It's Marvel Tokon First Strike, August 5th. Hey, look who else has got a birthday. It's Mary Jane. 60 years ago, we all hit the jackpot. Back in Amazing Spider-Man 42, we all got our first real look at Mary Jane Watson. And 60 years later, we're all still reeling. In that time, she's been a party girl, OTP, and even Venom. To celebrate MJ's storied run, we present 3 stories of 3 different MJ eras and an epilogue that points towards the future of the inimitable MJW. It's Mary Jane, Face It Tiger, #1. I'm assuming this is a one-shot. Yes, it is. We got an A cover by Jim Chung, David Nakayama, Gurahiru, Chi-Young Lee. Mary Jane, Face It Tiger, #1, August 5th. Another Marvel game-related thing. We got Origins of the Hood, Marvel Rivals from Paul Alor, Francesco Archidiacono. All right. Parker Robbins' path to power. After watching his family and his friends fall apart and his dreams fall apart, Parker Robbins decides to take matters into his own hands by attacking Kingpin's empire head-on, only to land in prison with the childhood hero who once inspired him to keep going. As Parker confronts his hero, he realizes what he needs most and that he'll do whatever it takes to get it. Discover the origin of Marvel rivals, The Hood, right here in this one-shot from Paul Aylor, Francesco Archidiacono, and an A cover by Paco Diaz. Federico Sabatini on the B. Origin of The Hood, Marvel Rivals drops on August 5th. All right, we got another tie-in to the Queen in Black. This is Venom Unchained. Eddie Brock in prison. Eddie Brock is in prison after a failed bond with Carnage, and the Queen in Black is coming. Eddie wants to get back to Venom, but without a symbiote, how will he escape? From writer Charles Soule and interior artist Juanan Ramirez, we get an A cover from Lionel Francis Yu, dropping on August 5th with these variant covers by Peach Momoko. Scan. August 5th. All right. Another legacy change up. We got The Mortal Thor hits number 800, an Asgardian milestone. The Serpent has trapped Sigurd Jarlsson in the worst of all possible worlds for his greatest trial. Now, without even a weapon in his hand, he must prove himself worthy to enter the realm of the gods. Somewhere in the city, a man without even a hammer begins the ultimate quest, the quest for Thor. Plus bonus stories, including a thrilling new tale from Chris Condon and Jesse Lonergan. All right. The Mighty Thor, Mortal Thor, Regular Old Thor, number 800, drops on August 19th with an A cover from Alex Ross. Lee and Hyuk, Marvel Snap swimsuit variant. Ryan Stegman. Walt Simonson, Thor, number 800. All right, we got a new What If one-shot. What if Captain America was revived in 2099? Captain America's timeline during World War II ended with him frozen in ice, out of commission for decades. In the 616, he was revived and joined with fellow heroes, the Avengers. But what if he missed the heroic age altogether? What evils would rise without the Sentinel of Liberty? Find out in this action-packed epic from Mark Guggenheim and X-Men 2099 legend Ron Lim, available on August 5th with an A cover from Lucas Vernick, David Yardin, Kevin Eastman, for real. What if Captain America number 1, August 5th. The Age of Apocalypse gets its bookend with this Omega one-shot. Secrets are revealed, betrayals, deaths, and a shocking ending that will have X-Men fans talking from years. From the X-Men of Apocalypse mastermind Jeff Loeb, joined by Simone DeMeo. We got an A cover from Simone DeMeo. Joe Madureira, Mark Brooks, dropping on August 5th. It's X-Men of Apocalypse Omega. And topping off Marvel Comics on this week's FOC is Spider-Man Hulk, Fire and Brimstone. Thrip Smash! Legendary writers Kevin Smith and Andy McElfresh team up with superstar artist R.B. Silva with the newest high-octane adventures for Spider-Man and Hulk. It's non-stop action, side-splitting quips, and the exorcism of Bruce Banner. What? From writers Kevin Smith and Andy McElfresh with R.B. Silva on art, and the A cover drops on August 19th with variant covers by Godtail in the Marvel Duck variant line. Cafu, Rose Besh, Scotty Young, Spider-Man, Hulk, Fire, Brimstone, Kevin Smith, and other things to pick this up. Yes, Spider-Man, Hulk, Fire and Brimstone. And that does it for Marvel Comics on FOC this week. Before I let you go, oopsie, let's take you over a couple of Green Brain events. Coming up is July 4th. We're going to be closed Saturday, July 4th, in observance of the Independence Day holiday. I hope you all have a good weekend. Stay safe, have fun. New comics will be on time next week. Expect no delays. Next movie coming up at the Senate Theater is Alejandro Jodorowsky's epic acid western trip. It's El Topo that drops on Saturday, July 18th at 8 p.m. SenateTheater.com for more info. We will be at the 9th Annual Detroit Festival of Books, Sunday, July 19th at the Eastern Market. That's the big shed over on Russell Street. Detroit Festival of Books runs from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Sunday, July 19th. Be there. The store will also be open that day. And the following day, come on back to Green Brain Comics for Brain Candy number 80 this month, featuring the musician Jake MacArthur, poetry from Edie Roberts, the prose of Amy Probst, and the visual art of Marissa Rubea. It all happens on Monday, July 20th at 7 p.m. Produced with a lot of help from our pals at the Daniel E. Wickett Legacy Committee. It's Brain Candy number 80. Join us back here on YouTube for our next live stream preview of New Comic Book Day. It's BRAINSCAN Tuesday night at 6:30 right here on YouTube. And thank you for joining me this week on Last Call for Final Orders. I'd like to thank our pals at Klezmageddon for our opening and closing music. All of the comics are on Last Call this weekend. You've got until Sunday at midnight, July 5th, to lock in your pre-orders for these and many, many more. Make sure to send and confirm those items in your Comic Hub cart before the deadline. Thanks for tuning into Last Call, the Final Order Report. Stay up to date on all of our happenings. We are Green Brain Comics on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. All the links you need for our shopping cart website and Comic Hub are right below in the description. We are spreading the love of comics and graphic novels from the heart of East Downtown Dearborn since 1985. Feed your brain at Green Brain Comics. Thanks for watching, folks.
Emanating from deep under the earth, spreading across the globe at the speed of thought, changing the world one brain at a time. This is Last Call, the Final Order Report from Green Brain Comics.